Welcome back to the Blitz League podcast.
Blitz League.
Yes, the Blitz League. And this week we had some intense games, and we'll be starting off with the Jets versus the Falcons.
Jets-Falcons, wow, what a game. This was a thriller. A real back and forth, high-scoring matchup that ended on a game-winning 2-point conversion. But before that, let's talk about some things that we noticed. First off, the Green Twin. The Green Twin has learned from Dre to have someone hang out behind the line of scrimmage so that he doesn't have to get counted out for a sack. So have someone hang out behind the line of scrimmage, flip it off to them to give himself more time. What do you think about that and how that came about, and really the Green Twin learning off of another character in the league?
Green Twin definitely learned that trait. And if we're being honest, the character that he used, David, I believe that it was something that was very smart because David's most dominant force, I would say, in the game is how he runs. You know, he has a speed that is to him. So, you know, it was a smart decision to be made. The Green Twin doesn't have to throw that much, and that's something good.
Yeah, and even before this week, really all week, David most of the time will stay around within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. But this week he really took it a step forward and just kind of waited behind the line even. But he plays that short roll, and this is obviously a passing league. There aren't really many run plays at all. But he's actually etched out his own role to be a Christian McCaffrey type. You know, every other player is emulating a receiver in the league, but he's looking to be a running back.
Yeah. I'd say that's definitely something that's interesting that's going on, you know.
First off, I don't think that move is as effective for the Green Twin as it is for Dre, because Dre could flip it on off to another player and then get the ball back, and he's so dynamic with his feet to where the Green Twin, his speed overall is a 12 out of 100. So it's not as effective, but David is very fast. So him getting the ball in that short area and, you know, being able to move, it is actually, and hold on, we have someone calling in 1 second. What's going on? Welcome to the podcast. How you doing? Caller, what's your name?
This is Dre the Great.
Dre the Great. What's going on, man? We're talking about the Jets. We were talking about the fact that David, he's etched out this new role. He's, I guess, looking to be a McCaffrey type. What do you think about him trying to be a running back in this passing league?
Well, I think, he can do it, man. I think he has to give himself more yards, though. You understand? Instead of being behind the quarterback or to the side of the quarterback, maybe go 3-4 yards, then he'll gain more yards. And he can make more.
I like that as actually a possibility. So That's actually some advice being given. Instead of being behind the quarterback, have him be 5 yards in front of the quarterback, pushed out, because everyone pushes back as a defense, and he could get even more yards than what he's getting.
Correct.
Is he one of the top? Is he the fastest guy in this league, or where does he rank in your list, would you say? Is he top 5, top 3? What is he? I think he's going to be top 3.
I would have to say he's definitely in the top 5.
The top 5.
He does, complain about his ankle a lot. So
yes. And if we're ranking complainers in this league, he's top 2. I mean, I think he's competing with a couple of players on his own team. The Green Twin, who he learns from.
Right. That had to be brought up in the podcast. We're running into it soon. Yep. Yeah.
He learns from the Green Twin. So, I mean, he is top 2 in complaining and whining. But he makes these plays, and he is really blazing fast. So thank you, caller, for coming on. And listen, come back anytime, and we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
See you around town.
All right.
And listen, man, I think that caller brought up a good point. I mean, if he pushes out to 5 more yards, he can make more plays. But the complaining has to go. And that brings me to a point in this game that I wanted to speak on. Well, this team, the Falcons, they started just opening up, and really they got up 2-1, and then they were going for their third score, and their third score to putting up 3 scores was this beauty of a throw on the sideline to the Red Twin. He makes a great catch. There was the pump fake. It was a pump and go. And the aforementioned David on the play, he bit and got beat.
Yep.
And when we talk about the complaining or whining and all this other stuff, we're talking about plays like this. So he got beat, and it was close to the sideline, but it was a hot play. It was a big play. But him being on defense, he calls it out, and he says he was out of bounds. Now, he's always making these calls where, oh, no, he's out of bounds, or, oh, no, he didn't tag me. He's one of the big ones like that. He's number 1 or 2. I don't know what to say about that. And I'm not sure if that's really, I don't know, loved or desired in this league. What do you think about that? I don't know what to say. I don't know.
I mean, I've observed it for the past weeks, One thing I could say is that, David definitely does complain, not to be mistaken for the Davids. But he definitely complains. And I would say that one thing that I think is that he gets kind of like a feel-good energy off of it. Probably like an arousal thing off of him complaining. Because, I think it's something like he understands what he's doing, but to him, it's a competitive thing. I've never heard of that as such, but what do you think about that? Complaining being competitive. Is complaining competitive?
It's not competitive. That's the answer. I don't know how. Oh, David, what? You're a whiner and a complainer. Yeah, no, I know. I'm one of the top ones. Why do you do it? Oh, I'm just so goddamn competitive. No. Because I'm competitive as hell and I don't do things like that. Come on. Yeah. Complaining about every single call? That's not competitive. That's complaining. That's taken away from the game. That's slowing the game down.
Right.
That's taken away from the joy.
Right.
The Red Twins should have had a joy of a 90-yard touchdown on your head.
Yeah.
But instead, he had to be put in rewind. And I had to sit there and say, are you kidding me?
They got challenged and called back. There were 2 major calls in that game. Yep. I believe that drive, a pick happened, and it was kind of a momentum shift after that happened.
Yeah, right after that drive.
And then the next play,
Yeah, there was that interception.